All right, y'all. So I just got a question from my mother-in-law's boyfriend's son. He's getting ready to join the army as soon as he can, but he said he saw one of my videos on YouTube, and watching me in my MOS makes him want to be in my MOS. And he's not originally planning to join the army as my MOS. What he wants to do is join as a certain MOS, and then he wants to reclass over to my MOS. He wants to know if he's gonna be able to do that. And my answer to him is, first of all, you got to think about it, man. So in the army, what normally happens when somebody wants to reclass, as long as you're doing good and you're a good soldier, you're not getting any trouble, you've completed your first term at your first duty station or whatever the case may be, you're gonna have a window of time that opens up that allows you to either change your MOS, to leave your duty station and go to another duty station. You either want to continue your service or get out of the army. So those are your four options. Or there's a certain school. That's another option. That's just some of the options. You could go, hey, I want to keep going in the army, but I want to go to this school. So that may be an option too. So yeah, I told him, that there's certain reasons, certain things that he could or could not reclass or whatever the case may be. One may be, for instance, is your MOS allowing soldiers to leave that MOS? That means your MOS is under strength. If your MOS is under strength, you're not going to be able to go anywhere. And that mainly depends on your rank. It could also depend on all the soldiers. Hey, we're really under strength on E1 through E6. We're not letting anybody freaking reclass. We need you all to stay in this MOS. So at that point in time, your only other option would be, once your time comes up, is if you want to PCS, which means change your duty station, or if you want to get out of the military. The school might still be an option, but if your MOS for your rank is under strength, that means for your rank, you can't leave that MOS. Your only other option is you to get promoted, get demoted, which hopefully you don't, but you get promoted, and then once you get promoted, oh, okay, now we're good on E5s. We have enough E5s or E6s that we need in this MOS. So now once you hit E5, then you can freaking reclass. So that's also an option there too. Two, the MOS that you want to reclass to has to be under strength. If it's balanced, which means they have exactly what they need, then you're most likely, I don't know, you may or may not be able to go. If they're over strength, which means they have too many soldiers in that MOS for your rank, then you're not going to be able to go to that MOS. So your MOS may be balanced or over strength, but that same MOS may be balanced or over strength, which means that you won't be able to go to that. If your MOS is over strength, you can leave. But if the MOS that you want to go to is over strength, you can't go to that MOS. So you'd have to choose another MOS or get out of the army or whatever the case may be from there. So basically, those were my answers to his questions. In general, I gave him those two answers. Again, like I said, those are only two situations there. Also, keep in mind that if you don't, this could happen. Let's say you sign this contract. I'm gonna do 3 years in the military. If your contract says I'm gonna do 3 years in the army as a 12 Charlie, and you decide at 2 years that you want to freaking reclass to a 12 whiskey, then you're breaking your contract at that point, and you might have to give, if you got a bonus, you might have to give that bonus back. I haven't seen any where they said you can't switch your MOS. I've seen to where, you just do your time. You have your contract to be in the military is for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. We're gonna give you $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, and that's it. I never saw it where they said you could not reclass. I will say that. So